Good morning, student. This is the class 9 subject social science, and this is the chapter 2nd of economics, and the topic is people as resource, and this is the lecture 3rd. Student, before starting the lecture, firstly we will recall previous lecture, and in previous lecture we have studied about importance of education and health in human capital formation. And human capital is the stock of skills and abilities, and education and health are the most important factor of social and economic development, because education increases the efficiency of a worker, and it provides new aspiration of the life, and it develops new value of life, and it contributes in the growth of a society, and it enhances the national income, and it increase the efficiency of governance. And health also, good health increase the good health increase the efficiency of a worker, and as increase the learning capacity of a worker. So student, education and health is the most important factor of human capital formation, and government has launched many projects such as Jawaharlal Nehru School Open, and Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan and midday meal scheme has launched by government. And let's start today our lecture, and today we will discuss some topic. First topic is unemployment, second types of unemployment, and last we solve some question that I have assigned in previous lecture. And next, first is unemployment. Student, when people who are willing to work, who are wish to work at the available wages but cannot find jobs. Unemployment means people who are educated and are willing to do work or job but cannot find job at present market wages. So student, people who are under the age of 15 to 59 years and are educated and are interested in doing some job but unfortunately could not get job, so these people remain unemployed and become a victim of unemployment. Okay student, when people wants to do a work at the available wages but cannot find a job, is the condition of unemployment. And nature of unemployments in India, unemployments can be categorized as in two areas. First is areas and second is urban areas. And rural employment includes seasonal and disguised unemployment. Rural area, it includes seasonal and disguised unemployment. And urban areas means urban unemployment includes educated unemployment. And let's discuss first seasonal unemployment. Student, it happens when people are not able to find job during some months of the year. It is mostly found in agro-based industries. And third, seasonal unemployment is found both in rural as well as urban areas. Student, in rural areas, people are usually depend on farming, and farming is not a full-time job. It is a seasonal. And people in village, people depend on agriculture and usually face such kind of problem. And there are certain busy season when sowing, harvesting, weeding and threshing is done, and certain months do not provide much work to the people dependent on agriculture. And agriculture is based on rainfall, and it is seasonal, and only few months when they are busy at the fields. So student, agriculture is not a full-time job, and so it is mostly found in agro-based industries such as such as sugar industry, cotton industry, etc. And it is found in rural as well as urban areas. Rural areas means agriculture field, and urban area means sugar industry, cotton industry, etc. And disguised unemployment. Student, it is a type of unemployment under which people appear to be employed, but actually they are not employed, and it is mostly found in agriculture sector, and it is mainly found in rural areas. This usually happen among family member, because in rural areas when people are engaged in agriculture activity and the work demands the need of 5 people, but 3 more people start doing the same work to contribute them, but the work required the service of only 5 members. So student, 3 people are removed, and the work of productivity would not be affected, and since the field require the service only 5 people, and the 3 extra people are disguised unemployed, and it is found in rural areas. Student, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट मीन्स जब एक पर्सन काम करना चाहता है, जब उसको काम नहीं मिलता, जो उसको अवेलेबल वेजेस पे भी वो उसको काम नहीं मिलता, उसको सिचुएशन को बोलते हैं अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट। और ये 2 टाइप्स की होती है, जो रूरल्स एरियाज और अर्बन एरियाज में पाई जाती है। रूरल्स में 2 टाइप्स की होती है। सीजनल ये होती है, मोस्टली आपके एग्रो बेस्ड इंडस्ट्री पे डिपेंड होती है, और ये गांव और शहर दोनों में पाई जाती हैं। जो सीजनल, उसमें क्या होती हैं, साल के कुछ महीने में बिल्कुल भी काम नहीं होता, और 6 महीने तो बिल्कुल क्या रहते हैं, खाली रहते हैं, सीजनल अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट। एंड डिस्गाइज अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट क्या होता है, जब काम में ज़रूरत कम पर्सन की है, और लेकिन ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा जब व्यक्ति किसी काम में लगे हुए होते हैं, उसको हम बोलते हैं उसको बोलते हैं डिस्गाइज अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट। मतलब ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा, व्हेन more people engaged in same work and some people removed from the work and the work would not be affected। अगर कुछ लोगों को, जैसे खेती में हमें रिक्वायरमेंट होती है 5 की, लेकिन ज़्यादा से 8 लोग या 9 लोग लगे हुए हैं, अगर उन 3 या 4 लोगों को भी वहाँ से अगर हटा भी दिया जाए, तो हटाने पे भी प्रोडक्शन में कोई भी क्या होता है, चेंजेस नहीं आते। तो उस जो 3-4 लोग हटाए जाते हैं, उनको कहा जाता है डिस्गाइज अनएम्प्लॉयड। और ये सिचुएशन मोस्टली रूरल एरियाज में पाई जाती हैं, क्योंकि पीपल मोस्टली इन रूरल एरिया पीपल आर एंगेज्ड इन एग्रीकल्चर एक्टिविटीज। ओके स्टूडेंट, नेक्स्ट, educated unemployment. It is a part of urban area, and it is mainly found in urban areas, and many youth with matric means 10th degree, graduation and post graduation degree are not able to find a job. Student, unemployment is found in urban area means urban area have mostly educated unemployment. Student, many youth with matriculation, graduation and post graduation degree are not able to find job are called educated unemployment. Student, in comparison to rural areas, people are more qualified, educated and have technical knowledge to the urban areas, because in cities there are schools, colleges, university where students have so many options for proper guidance to choose their career according to their guidance and to their interest. Student used to join engineering college, medical college or many other field, etc. But in spite of all that, many a time they are not able to find job, because sometimes there is a dearth of specialization, there is a lacking of specialization, expertization and technical skill among the youth, and they remain unemployed. And more interesting student, a survey showed that unemployment of graduate and postgraduate increased faster than among matriculates, and youth is filled with the feeling of hopelessness and depression. स्टूडेंट एजुकेटेड अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट ये हमें अर्बन एरियाज़ में पाई जाती है, क्योंकि वहाँ पे बहुत अर्बन एरिया में बहुत ज़्यादा क्या होते हैं, स्कूल होते हैं, कॉलेजेस होते हैं, और स्टूडेंट के पास बहुत सारे ऑप्शन होते हैं कि टेक्निकल मैकेनिकल कोर्स कर सके, और बहुत सारे बच्चे हायर एजुकेशन भी करते हैं, लेकिन उनके पास क्या है, स्पेशलाइजेशन की, एक्सपर्टाइजेशन की बहुत ज़्यादा क्या होती है, कमी होती है, जिसकी वजह से उनको अच्छी जॉब नहीं मिल पाती है। और आज के टाइम में जो कंट्री की जो करंट सिचुएशन, उसमें जो क्या है, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों के पास बहुत सारी डिग्रियाँ पाई जाती हैं, और उनके पास क्या होती हैं, ग्रेजुएशन पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन की डिग्री होती हैं जो होती हैं, लेकिन फिर भी उनको कोई भी जॉब नहीं मिलती, और जॉब ना मिलने की वजह से जो यूथ है, जो हमारा यंग जनरेशन, उनके अंदर क्या है, डिप्रेशन आ जाता है, और उनके अंदर क्या होती है, बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स आना स्टार्ट हो जाती हैं, और वो इससे, और जब अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट ज़्यादा होता है तो जो हमारी इकॉनमी है वो भी काफ़ी डाउन में चली जाती है। नेक्स्ट, प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट। स्टूडेंट्स, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट लीड्स टू वेस्टेज ऑफ मैन पावर रिसोर्सेज। Unemployment among the youth leads to wastage of manpower, and people who are an assets for the economy turns into liability. Means people turn into liabilities, and there is a feeling of hopelessness, and educated people remain unemployed, then they become idle and upset, and became a burden for their family and for the country also. And there is a feeling of depression, and people do not have enough money to support their family, and they are totally dependent on their family, and it tends to increase the economy overload. It enhance the economy, or it enhance the dependency ratio of the country, and inability to educated people are willing to work to find gainful employment, a great social waste. And the student, the dependence of the unemployment of the working population increases, and unemployment tends to increase economy overload, and unemployment affect the economic growth of the country. Increase in unemployment is a symbol of depressed economy, and it is symbol of great social waste, and the quality of life, individual as well as society is adversely affected, and increase in unemployment is an indicator of depressed economy. And if the people of a country cannot be used as a resource, they naturally appear as a liability of the economy, and unemployment youth is not helpful for the productivity or growth for the country. स्टूडेंट, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट होने की वजह से बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं, और ये हमारी कंट्री की सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है, क्योंकि एक तो डिपेंडेंसी रेशियो बढ़ जाती है। जो स्टूडेंट या पढ़ लिख के भी उसको जॉब नहीं मिलती है, तो वो अपने पेरेंट्स से डिपेंडेंट हो जाता है, उसके पास पैसे नहीं होते हैं, तो स्टैंडर्ड लिविंग कम हो जाता है, जिससे जो कंडीशन है, जो फाइनेंशियल कंडीशन, वो भी क्या है, काफ़ी कम हो जाती है। फाइनेंशियल कम होने, नेशनल इनकम कम हो जाते हैं, नेशनल इनकम होने से हमारी इकॉनमी को भी क्या होती है, काफ़ी कंडीशन डाउन चली जाती है, और लोगों को जॉब ना मिलने की वजह से उनके अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा डिप्रेशन आ जाता है, और इसकी वजह से जो हमारी इकॉनमी है वो भी क्या है, काफ़ी कम हो जाती है। इट इज़ ए इंडिकेटर ऑफ डिप्रेस्ड इकॉनमी। एंड नेक्स्ट, केस इन इंडिया। स्टूडेंट, in India, people appear to work throughout the year, but in terms of their potential and income, it is not adequate for them. Means there is a disguised unemployment, because it is not adequate for them. Means poor people cannot afford to sit idle. They tend to engage in any activity, they involve in any activity and earn income, but in terms of their potential and income, it is not adequate for them. And so, but this does not reduce the poverty of the family. Okay, student, when we talk about India, the unemployment rate is low. In our country, a large number of people is employed in a various sector. Many of them are having high income, or many of them are taking low income, but every employed person work hard throughout the year for their family, including unemployed member. Many employed people do overtime after working hours and give their 100%, and they seems to be under pressure of work throughout the year but do not get enough income, and they do not reduce the poverty of the family, I mean, in terms of their hard work and ability. Okay, because in India there is a disguised unemployment. And employment scenario in three sector means employment opportunity in three sector. And we know we have three sector in economy. First, primary sector, and it is also called agriculture sector because it is based on agriculture product. And student, agriculture and the first primary sector, agriculture sector is the most labor absorbing sector. About 60% of population is already working in the primary sector, but in recent year there has been decline in the dependence of population on agriculture. स्टूडेंट, पहले जो थे, अभी भी हमारे क्या है, बहुत ज़्यादा लेबर इसमें लगे हुए, यानी बहुत सारे जो लोग हैं इसमें क्या है काम करते हैं. 60% से ज़्यादा जो पॉपुलेशन है हमारी इस पे डिपेंड है. एंड यू नो, agriculture, the whole family member contribute in the fields. There is no need of entire member. Every member of the family has equal share of production that comes from the field. Everybody in rural area is helpful in the work of farming, so they seem to be employed, but there is called disguised employment in the agriculture sector. It does not reduce the poverty of the rural people. Agriculture is the most absorbing sector of the economy, but in recent year people are less dependent on agriculture because of disguised unemployment, because more people engaged in the work of agriculture. And if some people removed from work, and the production would not be affect, so it is called disguised unemployment. So surplus people in rural areas move towards the secondary and tertiary sector. स्टूडेंट, प्राइमरी सेक्टर क्या है, एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर पे बेस्ड है और 60% लोग इस पे क्या है डिपेंड है. लेकिन अभी कुछ सालों से इस पे डिपेंडेंसी रेशियो क्या होगी, काफ़ी कम हो गई है, क्योंकि एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर है वो क्या है, टोटल सीजनल है. और एग्रीकल्चर सीजनल होने की वजह से अब जो लोग हैं उनकी जो डिमांड्स हैं, जो उनकी जो इनकम है वो काफ़ी कम हो जाती हैं. जो इनकम है उनकी काफ़ी कम है, क्योंकि सीजनल का कोई वो सीज़न पे किसी का कंट्रोल नहीं होता, क्योंकि वो टोटली नेचुरल है. इससे लोगों ने क्या कर दिया, एग्रीकल्चर डिपेंडेंसी को क्या कर दिया, कम कर दिया, क्योंकि यहाँ पे एग्रीकल्चर में बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं. डिस्गाइज अनएम्प्लॉयड, इसमें ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा लोग ही क्या होते हैं, काम पे लगे होते हैं. इसलिए अब एग्रीकल्चर में एम्प्लॉयमेंट के ऑप्शन बहुत कम है, इसलिए सम पीपल हैज़ मूव टू सेकेंडरी एंड टर्सरी सेक्टर. इसलिए लोग अब प्राइमरी सेक्टर को छोड़कर गाँव से भी क्या होते हैं, दे माइग्रेट फ्रॉम विलेज टू द सिटी इन सर्च ऑफ जॉब. Secondary sector, this sector has the maximum capacity to absorb surplus worker of the primary sector. Student, this sector absorb only 10% of the working population, and but there is a much scope in this sector as new manufacturing units are being set up, such as small scale industries, cottage industry, etc. So secondary sector is the most absorbing sector, and because a new manufacturing sector such as basket making, such as pickle making, such as small scale industries like this, and small scale industry and manufacturing units are being set up for the labor and this sector absorbing, and this sector has the maximum capacity to absorb surplus worker of the primary sector. And tertiary sector, you know, it is also called service sector, and it provides services such as trade, transport, communication, etc. And the various new services are now appearing, such as biotechnology, information technology, and media. And in these sector have many options for the labor, for the worker, for the new generation to get job. So secondary sector is the most absorbed, most employment opportunity sector. Homework solution, student. First question is, how are human resources different from other resources like land and physical capital? And the answer is, human resources, it is a primary factor of production as it can make use of land and capital. And second, it is an active factor of production. Next, land and physical capital resources, these are secondary factor of production as they cannot become useful on their own, and these are passive factor of production. And next, what is the role of education in human capital formation? Answer first, education increases the efficiency of the worker, it enhances the national income, it enhances cultural richness, and it increases the efficiency of governance, and it opens new aspirations and develops value of life, and it opens new horizons for a person, and it leads to higher productivity, and it's contribute to the growth of society. Next, what is the aim of Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan? And answer is, it was started in 2001, and it is a time bound initiative of central government with the state, local government, and the community for attaining the goal of universalization of elementary education. And it provides education to all children in the age group of 6 to 14 years. Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan was launched in 2001 and main aim to provide quality based education and provide basic education to all children in the age group of 6 to 14 years. And today your homework, student, do following questions. Question number first, what are differences between disguised and seasonal unemployment? And second, why is educated unemployment a peculiar problem of India? And question number third, which is the most labor absorbing segment in the secondary sector? Okay, student, do question and done in your fair notebook. Thank you, student.